Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome to this week's vlog. I hope that you enjoy, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Welcome. I'm Angie, and this is Angel's Excursions. I am here in the beautiful Southern California right now for the winter, and I'm at this park, and I'm thinking, I haven't done a van tour in a while. I've changed so much in the van over the past 3 years. I need to show that to you guys. People have been asking me for it. Well, here we are. I'm going to give you a tour of my baby, Peter Parker. For those who don't know, I live in Peter Parker full time. I've been in Peter for 3.5 years almost. So in a couple of months to be 3.5 years that I've lived in Peter Parker, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the freedom to be able to go and roam and do the things that I like. I am a landscape photographer, and Parker has taken me to places where I've been able to take some great pictures, and just the whole freedom of it all. But enough of that. Let's get into this van tour. Welcome to my home. Peter Parker is a 1990 GMC Vandura 2500. He has a 5.7 liter engine, and right now he has about 189,000 miles on him. I bought him with 166,000 miles, and I've been across the country 3 times and to Alaska and back. All right, so this is a new addition to the van. This bike rack here, this is a Kuwat. I might not be pronouncing that correctly, but a Kuwat bike rack, and I also have a swing to it, so I'm able to get to my back doors. It gives me a little bit of extension. This particular bike rack holds 2 bikes on it, but you can open it up so it can swing out and give me a little bit more space to get inside, which I love. So it swings out to about 90 degrees. And then here on the back side of the van, I have this trasheroo, which for me, I just keep extra water in there. There's a couple of tarps that are in there, nothing that someone's gonna steal. So that it works out for extra storage, especially since I've changed the way that I have the layout on the inside of the van. This helps a whole lot. This little trash bag here. Hopefully nothing falls out when I open the doors. This is my garage here. For my garage, these are the covers for my window there. In my garage, I have my snow chains because I do live in Alaska. So I have my snow chains, or just wherever I might need them. I keep things that, like, this is what I use for my shelf back here. I have a drill inside, all my tools, some camping equipment, my camping backpack. This is my inflatable, kayak. So I do have an inflatable kayak, but this helps with space as well. And I can access these from the inside. So this side lifts, this lifts up also. And then I can get in if I need to be, if it's raining and things like that. But yeah, not a lot back here, just kind of like extra storage, because extra storage is key being in a small vehicle. I keep other things like extra power steering fluid and brake fluid, antifreeze. It has a little cabinet space back here, another little cubby that I have things like paints and glues, extra like L brackets. L brackets are key, and just things that I may need along the way. So on my doors here, I have cedar planks that I put on. I have one that's kind of fallen off. That's just part of van life. Everything breaks. Keep Gorilla Glue, duct tape, and Velcro handy if you're going to do van life, because those are all things that you're going to need on a daily basis, and magnets. I have like a crap load of these little magnets here because I am forever needing to put things in places. So, but yes, I have cedar planks on both doors and my back doors as well to the garage. And here inside I have let me see if I can open it. I have a little cubby hole here that I keep all of my extra shoes in, well, some of my extra shoes in. This is really handy. I kept like the original wood from the bill. This was like an ashtray or something like that, but I love this little cubby here. This is my refrigerator cabinet. I need my glasses. The sun is like right over there. It holds my refrigerator inside, but it also is really great as a table. So I use it for work. I edit videos here. So this is my home. This is my office. This is my business, right? So I decided that I would remove the last table that I had, and I built this cabinet to house my refrigerator, but also use it as a table. You can take I'll take my little plants off of here and I'll show you. So I made it so that I can get inside if I need to. It has these little handles and you can just lift them up. So I have inside, my refrigerator is inside, and then it also stores other things like paper towels, extra food and things like that. So all of that is stored right here inside of this cabinet. I really love that I can put my plants on there. I can work on there. It's multifunctional. I can even sit on the cabinet itself and then work from inside if I want to work at my kitchen counter on the computer doing whatever it is that I need to do. All right, so let's go inside. Welcome to my home. I wanted to have a countertop, like a real countertop. So I bought this countertop at Lowe's. I didn't have to cut it down. I bought it to size. And I bought a bar sink to use. It does have a foot pump, so I do have running water here inside of the van. I use a foot pump for it. I was going to get an electric pump, but I decided against that because I want to make sure that I can monitor how much water I'm using, and I felt like if the water was flowing freely that I would overuse it and abuse the water inside. I am a plant mom, so you're going to see plants all over. This is where I keep some of my toiletries that I grab that I have to get a hold of very quickly, so my medications, deodorant, toothpaste, and things like that. I have this little thing here for my toothbrush, and also for like when I wash my dishes. I have a dishcloth in there if I need to use it, and then I have my little my soap dispenser here in the corner. I also have this nice little thing where I can put all of my stuff that I need, like cleaning things inside here, and I put this up. This gives it a touch of home, a little towel and stuff that's there. I really enjoyed doing the kitchen area. I do have a pantry, and I stock it, of course, with lots of food because I like food. And I really had fun putting the cabinet together. It was pretty difficult. Everything was difficult, and that's just because I didn't know what I was doing. And so it was all trial and error for me. But I added these two walls here just to kind of give it a section of its own, where it just kind of sectioned off on its own. And then I built these shelves for putting things in. So my little knickknacks, my books. I have lots of books, guys. When I say I have a lot of books, I have so many books. So my books, and then I have my whole places that I've been, I always collect magnets, so I'm a magnet collector. As you can see, I have magnets on the doors as well. But I also have this pure water filter so that I can always have good water when I'm on the road. For my for cooking, I do use a camp stove in which I have built a shelf to contain all my dishes, my pots and pans, also my camp stove and propane, all the things that I will need to be able to cook. I have all that stuff in my pantry area as well. What has been one of my most memorable experiences and one of my most scary experiences. So I'll start with the scary. I drove to Alaska this year and Parker, and that was terrifying. Like, I met up with friends and we drove through California, and when I got to Washington, I was like, I don't think I need to drive through Canada by myself. I'm so glad I chose not to, and I ended up getting on a ferry, and I had to drive a little bit through the British Columbia, the Yukon, and then into Alaska, and that was scary, driving through the snow, because I'm just not used to driving through the snow. I'm used to being in warm climates, and so that was really, really scary. There were times that I was freaking out on the road, but I made it through. And for the most memorable, I don't know, there's been so many memorable moments. So many. Just driving and going through the mountains and seeing the beautiful scenery and waking up and open up your doors and you just see you're surrounded by mountains. I'm a mountain girl. I love the mountains. So driving through mountainscapes and being able to breathe the fresh air and waking up to animal prints from the outside of their van door. I've woken up to things like coyote prints. I've woken up to moose prints. And I think that is so exciting to know that nature is doing its thing while I'm tucked away here sleeping, and that we can coexist, and I'm not infringing on their space. They're not infringing on mine. But yeah, I think it's driving through the mountains, driving and seeing beautiful rivers and waterfalls and the ocean, and there's just so many benefits to being in the van. And with me loving photography, this is like, the van is like my lens, my larger lens. It allows me to see the world and see things, and then I can take my camera out and I can capture those moments and then print them out and look back at them for memory. So yeah, I've had so many memorable experiences, seeing friends on the road, other van dwellers on the road, and yeah, just everything about it is a great memory. Even the bad ones are good, because you can look back and be like, ooh, yeah, that happened, but I survived. So yeah, I don't know. That's, yeah, a lot of great memories being here and living in Parker over these past 3 years. I wouldn't change it for the world. Show you my living room. This is my living room right here. Oh my gosh. So this is my bedroom here. This is my bed. I have a twin size bed that I've cut to fit me perfectly. I am 5'5", and I cut it about 5'9" as far as the length, and then it's a little bit shorter than a twin in the width. This particular bed, underneath the bed here, I have storage for my garage, and this is where all of my electrical equipment is at. So all of my solar. So I did do all of my solar. I have two 100-watt panels from Renogy. I have a DC to DC charge controller, two 125 amp gel sealed batteries. I also have a relay that goes from my starter battery, and my battery is fully charged. Then it trickles back to my house batteries, and it charges my house batteries. And that's the second source that I can use as far as being able to have electricity inside of the van. I have these puck lights, and you can turn them on, and they have like a control, a dimmer. You can even put it on a timer. So I really like this. One thing that I really like about now that I understand what I need in my van is I have adjusted to be able to have all the things that I need. And remote controls, oh, wonderful. Just remember to mount them somewhere. I have this one mounted right over my bed. Here on this side, I have my plants, of course. I made this little bench here. This is a really little cozy bench. Sometimes I'll just sit here. I've made it so that I can open up my doors, and then I have the extension of this, and I can sit and look outside and kind of just chill out. So I like this little cubby space that I've created, and I keep all of my books here. I found these cute little floating shelves. So I have all of my books here. I have a lot of books. So I have books here. I have books everywhere, guys. And this also doubles as a storage area. So if you look underneath here under my cabinet, I have all of my storage items that are down there. I have, right now, my winter clothes are mainly down there, so I alternate those in and out. But this is just an added luxury to being in the van. And here is where I keep some of my clothes besides the ones that go underneath. I have this little shelf here, and I keep clothes. I have everything organized in bins so that I know what is what, and it just makes the space more organized. This cabinet houses more clothing as well, so I have clothes and little cubbies here, and then my bottom shelf down there, I use that for like electrical stuff like wiring and things. But I really do love this shelf, and because when I changed the layout, I lost a lot of space. So this is a great addition, having that that cabinet here. And here houses things like grocery bags. My teapot lives here. Trash bags. All of my I have more books that are inside of here, plus stuff for my crafts. And then on this side, I have more toiletries. This tapestry here, this is my porta potty. My porta potty has saved me many times. I'm so glad that I actually have a porta potty. I do use it more like a compostable toilet as opposed to putting chemicals inside, but I do have that in case of emergencies. Even though there are bathrooms everywhere, you don't really have to stress over finding a restroom because they are everywhere. When I'm ready to kind of settle down and I want more privacy, I actually sew this curtain. This is a blackout curtain, and it has snaps to it. So it has these snaps, and the snaps, I just have to go around here, side. This helps at night so nobody can see in the van. That way there's no light pollution, and they're easy to put up. And just like that, I have separation from the front of the cab to the back. Nobody can see in. It doesn't show, really give a lot of light if I have all of my lights on back here. So that is how I keep everything dark. I have blackout curtains, so all of the windows have blackout curtains to them, and then I also have these covers that I put up in the windows at night so that no one can peep in at me while I am catching my Z's. So these are just made from that foam board that you would get from one of those tri display boards. I just cut them to size and they fit right in and make it perfect. They make it perfect for me to kind of be able to wind down and have that privacy that I might need for the evening, especially if I'm sleeping in the city or somewhere where there's a lot of light pollution. Question that I was asked was like, is it lonely on the road? And to tell you the truth, it's not. I'm pretty much an introvert. I'm an introverted extrovert, if that makes any sense. Like when I'm around people, I can socialize and hold conversations. Because I am a tour director, I'm working with people all the time, so I have to be friendly and kind. But I do drain my batteries. Once that tour is over, I need time to myself. I need that space. I need quiet time, like absolutely silent, no phone, nothing to kind of refill. But I don't feel lonely on the road because I have a lot of people that I know in different places that I've met over these past 3 years and even prior to that. And I visit them and I say, hey, or, I go visit family and I can get that interaction with people. But then when I'm ready, I get in my van and I just go somewhere and it's just me and the van, my camera, and my thoughts. So yeah, I don't really get lonely on the road. I just love being on the road. But I hate driving. That's insane. Like, I love being on the road and going places, but I really hate driving. I used to drive for like hours at a time, and now I'm like, after 2 hours, I'm like, oh, okay, time to find a place to sleep. I'm ready to pull over and just relax. But yeah, I just love being on the road. Nothing like being on the road and seeing the open highway. It's just something that I can't describe. You have to experience for yourself. I really hope that you enjoyed this tour of the van. I know that it's been long overdue. I'm so sorry. But life just be lifing sometimes, and I am forgetful. But I hope that you enjoyed the tour, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I hope that you will click the like button and subscribe to the channel. I am all about things of travel, adventure, photography, van life, truck life. I'm just a well-rounded human being, and I hope that you choose to join my journey. But like always, until next time, guys, love and light. Thank you guys so much. You just don't know how much I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my life and a part of this journey. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.